Hello, and welcome back to the Sustainability Podcast. This is your host, Gavin Simon, and this is your May 2024 Energy Regulation Roundup. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're a returning listener, welcome back. The Energy Regulation Roundup is dedicated to capturing and understanding emergent climate, energy, and reporting measures. Currently, as you may know, international governments across the globe are increasingly establishing stricter policies on emissions reporting, trade, and energy. Okay, so let's begin with the United States. The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC, has addressed regional transmission policy for the first time in a decade. This new plan is to ensure the transmission grid can meet the nation's growing demand for reliable electricity with a new rule that outlines how to plan and pay for facilities that regions of the country will need to keep the lights and power on for the American economy through the 21st century. This new bill requires transmission operators to conduct and periodically update long-term transmission planning over a 20-year time horizon to anticipate future needs and demands. It also provides for cost-effective expansion of transmission that is being replaced when needed, known as right-sizing transmission facilities. It expressly provides for the state's pivotal role throughout the process of planning, selecting, and determining how to pay for transmission lines. Following a review conducted by the United States Trade Representative, President Biden has announced new tariffs on products from China to deter quote-unquote unfair trade practices. The tariffs are for products such as steel, aluminum, semiconductors, electric vehicles, batteries, critical minerals, solar cells, ship-to-shore cranes, and medical products. For example, certain steel and aluminum products under Section 301 were originally tariffed at 0 to 7.5%, and now they sit at 25% starting in 2024. Semiconductor tariffs will increase from 25% to 50% by 2025, and electric vehicles under Section 301, that tariff will increase from 25% to 100% in 2024. Across the ocean in Europe, the European Union government formally cleared the Net Zero Industry Act, or the NZIA, which will enter into force in early July 2024. This new law is to ensure the EU bloc produces 40% of its own solar panels, wind turbines, heat pumps, and other clean technology domestically. This act seems to be a response to other laws that prioritize domestic manufacturing versus international importation. At the beginning of the month, the EU adopted an amendment to the existing templates for member states to report their climate action data. These new templates that were adopted implement several new EU reporting regulations, including the use of revenues generated by the EU emissions trading system, emissions at the national level, and emissions/removals under the Land Use Change and Forestry Regulation. The data that is collected through these templates will be used to calculate if the members are on track to meet their climate targets, which are reported via the EU Climate Action Progress Report. Lastly, in Asia, this is perhaps a glimpse into the future. Google has signed a long-term power supply agreement with the Clean Energy Connect and Shenzhen Energy. Their agreement includes a newly constructed solar farm dedicated to providing electricity to Google data centers in Japan. They will begin service to Google in 2024 and provide up to 72 megawatts of solar power by 2026. This is one of the first times a company such as Google has signed such an agreement on Japanese soil. Additionally, on May 14th, China's National Development and Reform Commission, the NDRC, and the National Energy Administration jointly issued the basic rules for the operation of the power market. This is the first time in 2 decades that China's power market operation rules have undergone any changes or adaptations. The new rules further clarify the qualifications of power market participants and make specific provisions on the rights and obligations of various types of market players. According to the announcement, new types of business entities such as energy storage companies, virtual power plants, and load aggregators have been added to the list of eligible and qualified power market members, while the market registration management system has been widely promoted. For the first time, capacity trading has also been included in the scope of power trading. It has grown to be one of the three major types of transactions alongside energy trading and ancillary service trading. These rules will officially come into force on July 1st, 2024. Thanks for joining me for the 2024 May Global Energy Regulation Roundup. You can check back next month for the June 2024 Roundup and check out ArcWeb for the blog version of this podcast. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day.